Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're ready for an exciting 2 hours of me drawing funny eyes on funny faces, because that's what's in store for today. We're gonna be doing the latter 18 egos. Gonna be doing that art today. I actually had the sense to you can't see that, can you? It's too bright. Trust me, I wrote all of them down ahead of time this time. There you go. You can kind of see it there. I wrote all of the egos down ahead of time, so I won't have to like flip back and forth between the Word document and Paint. So, last time it took all stream, so we'll just go ahead and get started. Allow me to turn the music on. Oh, you know what I didn't come up with beforehand, though? I didn't come up with a song for the music generator, or a name for a phrase for the music generator. And also, I did experiment with the other music generators, but I think the instruments in this one just sound the nicest. So we'll just be going with this one. I'll just put something in. Trifold Metropolitan. Okay. Welcome to the stream. Cap came just in time. That's not what I typed. Trifold Metropolitan. There we go. Dang it! I accidentally clicked on it. If you click on the generator or press any button, it'll switch to a random song instead. Politan. Okay. You should be hearing it now. Can you hear it twice? It's saying that my microphone is picking up on it. Maybe like a little bit. Why is that happening? It's not that loud, is it? Okay, whatever. Song's pretty chill though, so we'll stick with it. There is Paint. Everything is working properly. No echo? Okay, good. Okay. So, let us begin. I'm gonna do these like last time. I'm gonna do them 6 at a time. Get the template here. Actually, wait, no. I've been doing I've been working on the assembling the cards yesterday and today. So I kind of just automatically went to the wrong place, as if I was like putting a work together. Where am I going? Okay, I'm getting a little lost in the sauce here. Templates. There, it's okay, it's in here. Open, okay, need to open 2, 3. Yeah, I actually put together the cards for the first 18 egos, and I've also put together all the works for the all school and all of the craft works. So that's 30 out of 90 works already done. Which is pretty good. Hopefully by the end of like next week, maybe all of those will be done. But for now, we are here. So I forget, what was the line thickness that we used? Let me open this up. I'm pretty sure it was 8, right? No, that's too thick. 6? Yeah, 6. Okay. Don't save. Okay. So, the first one we got is pretty basic. We got smug. So, let's see. Eyes and eyebrows. Smug. This is just a random thought that came into my mind. But what if chat's gone. Like, you know those cartoon eyes? Like those rubber hose cartoon eyes. Kinda wanna use those for something, but maybe like later. I'll save those for something else. Or what's the name of this shape? Like the yin yang sort of teardrop shape. I used to know what this shape was called. I don't think it's called like a teardrop or a raindrop or something. There's a particular name for that shape, but I don't remember. Neither of those really exude smugness to me, though. Perhaps a yeah, this is the play. He kind of just looks a little happy, doesn't he? He looks a little too happy to be smug. But I'm doing a lot of great brainstorming right now, aren't I? Maybe something a little bit like a thimble type beat. Drawn a little bit better than that, though. Maybe with a little less excess on the sides. I kind of like that. It's almost like a pacifier. cactus eyes. What do you mean, like? I don't think that's a very... It's not a very eye-like shape. Perfect, but with pupils. Look directly into the camera. Say cheese. A face only a mother could love. Wait, I don't need that. You know, we haven't done one with 3 eyes yet. Or different eyes. I like these for smug, though. That'll do for me. Wait. There's card art. Egos. Smug. Okay. Flatten. Next up on the docket, deprecating. Now, I knew that the word self-deprecating is a thing, but, you know, I've never heard deprecating by itself. Basically it means, let's see, to disapprove of. To belittle. Make something feel small, basically. I'm still curious about what this could look like. It does look rather sinister, doesn't it? Maybe, you know, that's actually not a bad, it's actually not a bad shape. If it was a little more, or here's the pupils. If maybe it was like less round, I think that could do. Like if it was more trident shaped, you know? Including that in my notes. We'll save that for something else, though. I'm thinking for deprecating, we do an expression that's sort of like they're in the middle of like telling you off. You know? I think like you know how in like Disney movies there's always that scene where like the villain is talking to the hero or heroine and they're telling them like how your plan was failed from the start You are so stupid. And they're like, they zoom in for the close-up and their eyes like flare up for a moment. You know, it's like, and this, you are so foolish to think that, yeah, like that. Eyes that look down upon, or with a side, or like a side glance. So what up? We'll try a couple of options. I want to try to capture that sort of flare, but in a more abstract way. So maybe like very vertical, right? Do we have this shape already? I don't remember. I have Mordor looking boy. I don't think we've had this shape yet. Oops. That's not good. I'll look through the current list. I don't think we have done that yet. We may have done something similar, but no, we don't have Mordor eyes yet. Kind of looking like that tool one uses when swapping a SIM card out on a phone. See, you know, that's a little lost on me because I've never done that before. I've never done that. I think maybe because I've owned an iPhone. Do iPhones have SIM cards? Well, yeah, they have to, right? Because SIM cards are SIM cards are in every phone, right? That's what connects you to the internet, right? Or it connects you to a cell tower. I have a vague understanding of the tool that you're referring to. I don't know if I've ever used one though. A random thought I had today while eating Ritz crackers. Does anyone like eat the Ritz crackers with the salt facing down? Like the salt side down? Or is that just me? Because I feel like me personally, I do it because I like the saltiness of the cracker, you know? I like to get the full salt going on. So I place it directly on my tongue just so I make sure I get all of the salt. If I open the package upside down, then yes. Oh, so you don't even like look. You don't even look at the cracker. You blind fire. I can respect that. You're busy. You got things to do. Don't have time to be looking at the crackers. Is not a superior enough cracker for me to look at. Saltines blow chunks. Saltines are absolutely horrendous. I'll never understand the appeal. This is not smug again. This is deprecating. I'm the kind of person that looks at every individual chip that they are about to eat. Like, I don't inspect them or anything, but it's like, I don't know, I guess I just like to see what I'm putting in my mouth. Is that weird? And like, if we're talking about chip consumption here, I also like to mention that I'm one who likes to, I like to save the big chips for last, right? Because the, you know, like try to fit as much of the big chip as possible in one bite. I don't know. I get some sort of weird satisfaction from that. This is narrow-minded, by the way. I think narrow-minded should have thin eyes. Yeah, I'm weird about, well, I don't know if it's really that weird. About, you know, like, the procedure with which you eat food. Like, some people they like to eat all of their fries first, you know. Eat all of the fries and then eat the burger. Eat all of their chips and then eat the sandwich. You know? I myself prefer to space them out as evenly as I can. Starting with the chips. You know? When I eat a sandwich, I eat like, I mean, I usually, when I eat a sandwich, I usually have 2 sandwiches and I cut them in fourths, or cut them in half. So I have like 4 smaller sandwiches, right? So what I try to do, right, I eat a fourth of the available chips. And then I eat my sandwich. And then I eat the next fourth, and then I eat the sandwich. And so on and so forth. Because I always want to end the meal on the main entree. You know, I don't want the last thing I eat to be a chip. Slicing up a chip has many benefits. Knowing the shape and surface area allows for the choosing a proper chewing technique. Most efficient chip placement in mouth. This can prevent any surprise pointy edges being jammed to the roof. Yeah, see, because that's something that's happened to me on a number of occasions. Maybe not into the roof necessarily, but like when you eat a chip, sometimes like a point gets like stuck. Oh yeah, that is the roof, right? Or right here. That is like where the tooth meets the gum. Like the top row of teeth meets the gums. They get like wedged in there. That sucks a lot. All it takes is one slip up. I ate the chips last. There's a lot of differences between people when it comes to chips. It's kind of insane. You can, well, I won't say you can learn a lot about people from the way they eat from the way they treat their side dishes, right? But it is an interesting thing to see the difference between people's methods. Like, I always feel weird when, you know, we're all waiting for for everybody to get their meal. We're at like a Chili's or something. I get a burger, or like those, what do they call them? The chicken crispers with the fries. The first thing I always do if I have fries is eat the fries first. Like, and not just the fries. I always eat the sides first. Like, I try a little bit of each side before I actually eat any of the main entree. This is unapologetic. This should be a pretty mean one. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's some sort of psychological thing with that. I don't know if it means that I'm, like, secretly traumatized or something. That's 3 points. Plague Doctor Mask having eyes. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, yeah. I was thinking that they looked a little like feathers. Or bird heads. Yeah, anyway. Bird. No, not bird up. Not bird up. Everywhere I go, I see them. The birds. They're trying to get me. Apologetic. But yeah, all that to say is that I eat the salt side down with a Ritz cracker. That's what I was trying to say. What if I gave the eyebrows a little flair too? Haven't tried that yet. Give them a few little neurons. Yeah, I don't think that works. Kind of looking gaudy. Well, that's okay. It can look gaudy. Bro, extend the eyebrows up. Give it a nose for no reason. I don't like that. We'll keep it like that. Maybe extend it a little bit downwards. Yeah, I think that'll do. What is that? Pog Bones. Who is that? Who is Bones? Unapologetic. Unapologetic. Okay. I double check and triple check all my spelling. Because when I was putting together those artist cards, I kept misspelling artist. Like, arsists. Artits. Aristis. Because I was kind of like not paying attention, right? So now, just like every time I make a mistake one time, I'm very paranoid of making it again. This next one is selfish. Selfish. Just straight up money signs. Ka-ching! That'd be more greedy, though. Selfish, I imagine, like a very... like a more tired expression. The first thing I think of when I think selfish is like Ebenezer Scrooge. I mean, although he was also greedy, he was also pretty selfish too. You know. Like I picture bags under the eyes. Like kind of disillusioned. Although that's actually a word. That's actually later. Is disillusion. So maybe lower to the face. Let's revisit that. The teardrop shape. Kind of like that. Let's try it again, though. I'm gonna keep that shape there. I kind of like this more rounder. This rounder take. That's probably about as good as we're gonna get, huh? Oh, so actually something important that I need to ask. Pogmon's that rocket launcher Jinx pulls out at the end of Arcane. Doing the Pog champ. I have not seen Arcane. Sorry. So I don't know the reference. But I trust that it's funny. Anyway, the important thing I need to ask is that I think I'm gonna have to cancel on Friday because a friend of mine is having or I'm gonna be celebrating a friend's birthday party Friday afternoon and possibly into the evening. So I can't I'm not gonna be streaming on Friday or Thursday because I'll also be having company, or I'll be visiting a friend as well. When are we getting a cancel stream emote since it happens every week? Listen, it's just that things have come up every week, okay? Not my fault. Also, I can't have emotes. I think I established that already. But yeah, it's not it is rather unfortunate how this has happened every single week for the last like 3 weeks. But I mean, I make sure to make up for it, you know. So I hope you guys don't mind. But these friends of mine, they only come down like every, like, I don't know. I probably see them like twice a year, most of the time. So it's not really something that I am going to pass up on. But I am free on Saturday. So I can do the makeup stream then. If that is, well, I mean, it's going to have to be fine because there isn't any other day that I can do it. Now, I could do it in the morning, but I don't like the idea of doing a stream in the morning, to be honest. There we go. Are you posting furries in my chat? Is that another League of Legends reference that I'm too sane and hinged to understand? I go outside too often to understand League of Legends references. I'm sorry. Whatever happened to Arcane, by the way? I felt like you couldn't take 2 steps without somebody telling you to watch Arcane. But I don't hear much about it these days. Did it end? Or did its, like, season end? Because I never got roped into watching it myself. So I didn't keep up with all of that. Selfish. Save. Okay. Last up for this series is Inconsiderate, which is I do not know. I hate League. You seem pretty quick with the lol emotes though. Just saying. Pretty quick on the draw with those. Okay, so, Inconsiderate. It's rather, not getting me with that old trick. You kidding me? The old lol emotes without the motes trick? I know exactly what you're planning. It's not gonna work. No, sir. So, I figured Inconsiderate was a rather mild trait compared to the other ones. So we'll give them a more mild look. you kidding? Come on now. That's a stretch. You're kind of looking like Armstrong down there with how much you're stretching. I'm gonna be real. Kind of resembling Laffy Taffy right now. Neil or DeGrasse? Who's DeGrasse Armstrong? I swear, if this is a Ligma joke, I'm turning off the stream. I asked without even thinking about it. No, but I'm talking about Stretch Armstrong. You know, the classic toy. Why is this so hard? His gimmick was that he was stretchy. That's the gimmick. What if his eyebrows go into their eyes? Gross. Rather mild looking fellow, if I do say so myself. Oh, I forgot to separate it into a different layer. Guess that doesn't matter though. Save as. We'll save you as inconsiderate. There we go. Okay. That's the first 6 down. Only 12 more to go. Making good time, I think. So, chat, what should we put into the music generator for the next 6? While I'm opening up these templates. Ba-boom. 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 5, 6. Perfect. Okay. Trifold Metropolitan, you've been great. But let's put in, let's see. What inspires me? What catches my eye? How about cowboy hat? Cowboy hat isn't very good. Here's a suggestion. Your fee for admittance is 1T. All of that? Okay. I don't think there's a character limit on here, actually. Your fee, and I know what the joke is, but I'm ignoring it. Your fee admittance is... Okay. And I'm not sure if having more characters makes it more complex or interesting. I don't know if there's a correlation. But we'll see. Here is Your Fee for Admittance is 1T by Captain Wasabas. It's a rather moody piece. Okay, so this one is disillusioned. Now, let me remind myself of what disillusioned means. Disappointed, freed from illusion. Like, you thought one way about something, but now that, like... But you've been disillusioned because what you thought you knew is not true at all. It's actually worse. Like, you thought the world was a nice and happy place, but somebody revealed the truth to you. You've been disillusioned about the nature of the world. The world is actually flat. No. It cannot be. I heard a great argument from a friend. Or a friend told me about this argument they heard for why the earth can't be flat. He said, if the earth truly was flat and there was an edge of the earth, then don't you think that that would be like a hot tourist attraction for people to visit, and that it'd be like highly commercialized? The ego's disillusioned. I was thinking maybe like one of these. Or perhaps like more squiggly. Like its eyes have been opened. And it's a little surprised. Do we like the more... Do we like the more pointy direction here? Or do we like the more wavy? The kind of thing I'm thinking about is actually sort of like the, you know how in, I hate to talk about Rick and Morty, but you know how in Rick and Morty their eyes are like this weird sort of like asterisk looking thing? That's kind of like what I was thinking along the lines of. That just looks scary as hell. I like this like starburst sort of idea that we've got going on here. It looks like his eyes are stitched shut, which is kind of the opposite of disillusionment. But I'll keep that as a note for later. But did your friend take into account that the SCP Foundation administered global class awareness to all people on the planet that contains such an anomalous location? Oh, you know, I forgot about that. I forgot to make that part canon. Oops. I'm gonna go with these eyes. But yeah, I mean, that seemed like a pretty solid argument, if nothing else, you know, like... Surely the edge of the earth would be a very popular tourist destination, vacation spot, etc. I'd go. Hell yeah, I'd go. I'd go to the edge of the earth. It'd probably be expensive, but I'd go. You'd wonder too, like, how many expeditions would be taken to try to find the bottom of the cliff, you know? How many people would, like, ride over in barrels or whatever in the waterfall? That goes off the edge of the earth, you know? It's a very fun hypothetical. It's very crazy to think that some people actually believe that the earth is flat, though. It's kind of... Because I had this conversation with a friend of mine a few nights ago. This is depraved, by the way. Had this conversation with a friend a few nights ago. About, like, how the whole flat earth conspiracy just makes no sense, because who benefits from tricking people into thinking that the earth is round, you know? Like, who cares? What's the point? Why would NASA and the government go through all this trouble and spend all these resources just to make people believe that the earth is round? It doesn't make any sense. There's no end game. There's no goal. It's just fucking with people for no reason. Which is funny, but I don't think the government would do something just because it's funny. You know what I mean? How else would you sell the idea of gravity if we lived on a flat earth? Sell it to who? What do you mean selling gravity? Who did we sell gravity to? We're like, is it big swing set? Like the swing set industry is like, our swings only work because gravity. Invest in gravity because we live on a sphere. And you know, the crazy thing is, most flat earthers do concede that other planets are round. It's just that Earth is flat and nothing else. It's like, what? That makes even less sense. 'Cause like, then it's really questionable, like, why, why, how? How can you acknowledge that other planets are round, but this one isn't. How does that make sense? The United States government, since the beginning of time, before they were even here, tricked people into thinking it was round. They flattened it themselves. This is a devious gentleman. I'm not sure why I went with this shape for depraved. Because, like, depraved is, like, a very special kind of evil, you know? It's, like, a very particular brand of unsavory. I kind of wanted something that, like, drooped down at the bottom. I don't know why. Again, I kind of have the image of, like, large bags under the eyes when you think of, like, a depraved person. Make people believe that gravity exists instead of true sinister alternative. We are being held in place by artificial means by the most powerful people on the planet in order to keep us living in the dark to some secret that lurks in the distance of our flat Earth. We are being held, like, physically held down by the government. Like, I've heard that the government, like, you know, the government's getting me down, man. But I just love the idea that they are physically holding us in place somehow. With, like, a fake gravity machine or something. They're like, guys, it's not the government gravity machine, or it's not the government hold people down-inator that's holding us to the Earth. That'd be crazy. It's gravity because the Earth is round. That's so stupid. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but it's very funny. It's really hard to explain without getting into the... Okay. There it is. There's the quantum realm. We're back. We always come back to the quantum realm. You and your quantum mechanics. Depraved. We actually live on a quantum Earth. It's both flat and round at the same time. The Ouroboros cycle of quantum reality. I like Donut Earth. I'm kind of partial to Donut Earth myself as well. Apathetic. So, this one's gonna look really bored. Apathy being the lack of caring. Big fan of Battle Bus Earth. Oh no. Thank the bus driver. Who would the bus driver be in this case? The POTUS? Barack Obama. How did I know? How did I know you were gonna say Obama? But, like, I was going to say who would the bus driver be? Obama? But I'm like, wait, he's not the president anymore. But you came through. There's just something inherently funny about Obama. Don't know what it is. That doesn't look very apathetic. He looks rather he looks rather devious, doesn't he? He looks like he's planning something. Actually, that'd be perfect for a different one in this set. I think this would actually be perfect for Sleazy. Yeah, I'm gonna skip ahead and make this Sleazy. Does it look too similar to Arrogant? No. They're different. I mean, when you have 36 of these, some of them are inevitably going to look sort of similar to others. You know, that's not really something that's not really something that can be helped. Sleazy. Am I spelling Sleazy right? I could have sworn... it was spelled with 2 E's. Okay. Wait, well, okay. It's spelled with an EA. I could have sworn it was spelled with an EE. That's kind of crazy. Okay. Anyway, Sleazy. Yep, he's done. Flatten. Have you seen the video of Obama sitting at a table looking at his chooms? What the fuck these people are going on about? What is a choom? Has write to typing as the what did you say you use? You use writing to typing? I think it's betrayed you again. Unless this is another Ligma joke. Choom is cyberpunk talk for buddy. Oh, I never heard that before. No, I don't think I've seen that image. I mean, I feel like at this point I've had to have seen every image of Obama, right? Well, maybe not every image. That might be a stretch. But like most of the funny ones. How do I make him look bored? I was thinking a half circle would sell that, right? Because like it's sort of like a... Oh no, you know what? I'm doing it in the wrong direction. The half circle needs to be facing down. That's much closer to what I was envisioning. I think I'm gonna move that a little bit downwards though. I feel like I always say this when I'm talking about Obama, or when Obama gets brought up, but I always think it's crazy how he was the first president to he was the first person to be president during like the internet age as we know it, like when memes were really like a thing, like mainstream. I know that there are like President Bush memes and stuff like that, but like President Obama was the first real like president to be memed, which I feel like there's something kind of fascinating about that. And no president after him has really reached the same level, you know. I'm unsure why, because I mean President Trump, he was quite ripe for being made fun of and being memed on, you know. But I think he was just, I don't know, maybe President Trump was just too contentious for people to find him funny. They more so just like didn't like him. You know what I mean? President Biden's kind of like whatever. You know, he's not very interesting. But I always found that kind of fascinating. I don't know, like, I'm not a political scientist or anything, so I couldn't tell you why Barack Obama was memed so heavily. It can't just be because he's, like, a black guy, right? There's no way that that's the reason why he was a meme. I think it was because of the way he spoke. I kind of like that, his resting face that he had. Like, you know, I think that's what made him funny. My fellow Americans, there, that helps make him look extra apathetic. I like that. Anyway, Obama discussion over now, I guess. That's my thoughts on Obama. Next up, Sloven. Or Slaven, rather. Sloven means, like, basically like lazy. One who is habitually careless in personal appearance or work. They're negligent of cleanliness, habitually negligent of neatness and order, careless and lazy. They just sort of like, it's a form of apathy about like self appearance, I guess. Like they might care about doing things, but they don't care about how they look doing it, I guess. They don't really care about outward appearances or bathing or cleaning up after themselves. Kind of gross. Like a slob, kind of. You know? I'm not sure how to represent that with eyes and an eyebrow. Eyes and a unibrow. Let's see. I'm thinking maybe like a shape that resembles like some sort of food item, but that's more like gluttonous than sloven. No, it doesn't work for me. I was thinking of experimenting maybe with like dots around the eyes to represent, I don't know, maybe like dirt or some sort of like crumb. I don't think that really works though. We could have two different shaped eyes. We haven't done that yet. That would certainly be careless personal appearance. Like we have this one be the good eye, right? And then we have like a lazy eye over here. Actually, the one on the right looks a little too engaged. Give it like a round form. Just sort of try like random blobs here. I like that actually. Although I can't not see like Homer Simpson right here. Is that just me? Look, there he is. Wait. There's his hair right there. Merge. Merge. I like that. It's just sort of all over the place. Although, what have I done to myself? I can't unsee Homer now. That's a little unfortunate. But hopefully nobody else will see it. put that in developer commentary. When making this ego, the right eye kind of looked like Homer Simpson. A little bit. Flatten. Okay. Self-destructive. I actually had an idea for this one. Basically, we have two very long ovals. I don't know why in my head this seemed perfect for self-destructive. But it made sense to me. It came to me in a dream. Okay, that's not true, but... self-destructive. I want to give it sort of a wild expression to sort of represent their, like, carelessness in their actions, their recklessness. They'll do whatever without any regard of what it's gonna do to them, because they're self-destructive, you know? They do things that destroy themselves because they're wild and reckless. So I was thinking the like long ovals kind of like had a very manic look to it. I think I kind of agree with myself on that. I think I'm gonna give myself more room for the eyebrows. We don't have eyebrows that go off the face yet, do we? I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I want to break that rule. Especially on this one. Maybe for something that's like really intense. But not for this one. There we go. I like that. Maybe take a sharper turn down here. I don't know. What do we think? Do I like it? Do we like it better or worse with those extra bits on the bottom? Like this one? Ooh, gaze upon him. Look at it from a distance. Do you like this one better for self-destructive? A or B? This one? The tat one. Yeah, I like that one too. I mean, I did make it myself. Self-destructive. There are, fun fact, there are 4 egos in the game that start with self. Kinda, is that a coincidence? That so many negative personality traits begin with the self? This really says a lot about our society. Anyway, as I'm queuing up these next 6, or these last 6 rather, throw out a suggestion for the next music generator phrase. Get something new to listen to. Six. Okay. Where is it? I have to say, Cap, every single suggestion you've given so far for the music generator has been a banger somehow. Or at least hasn't been bad. I don't know how you do it. I don't know if maybe you're secretly a robot algorithm. You're tapped into the Matrix. I don't know. I also don't know where you could possibly be coming up with these phrases. Clackety. Clickety. Clackety. Shock my Omega. These could definitely be some sort of like indie rock band song names or something. Here's Clickety Clackety Shock My Omega by Captain Wasabas. Yo, we got the bell, we got the glockenspiel, dude. Okay. So, next up, we have disrespectful. Another sort of mild one. I want to revisit the ring, the half ring idea. Looks like a rather disrespectful fellow. I can imagine him calling me a mean word. I can imagine this guy not clapping at the end of a play, you know. Perhaps the one person in the audience that doesn't stand up, you know, when everybody else does. Okay, well, maybe I can't say that because that's me. That's me, actually. I do that. I feel like some people just feel compelled to give a standing O at the end of a show. Like, one person stands up in the front row, and then now everybody has to, or they're afraid they're gonna look like an asshole or something. But you know, I don't stand up unless I think it's good. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just being stubborn, but there have been many occasions where where everybody else around me is standing up, like giving a standing O, and I'm sitting down. I'm still clapping though. I always clap. I don't always stand though. You have to earn my standing up. My director and theater teacher in high school, he would always say, clap even if it's crap. And I've stuck to that. Because I'll tell you what, I've seen some crappy shows, but I clapped. I've seen some real dookies up there. This. For example, I went to see a play for the first time in like 2 years with a friend of mine. And it had been about as long for him as well, so we were both excited to see a show again. Unfortunately, the show that I picked ended up being really bad. Really bad. This is self-imposing, by the way. It was supposed to be a comedy, right? It was called The Play That Goes Wrong. And it's supposedly like, it was a really big hit on the West End, which for those who don't know is basically Broadway, but in the UK, right? It's the British Broadway, if you will. But it's the play that goes wrong, and the concept is that all the promotional material presents itself as a serious, like, whodunit sort of mystery. Like, and then there were none, for instance. Like a murder mystery. But the gimmick is that everything starts going wrong in the play. You know, people forget their lines, the set starts falling apart, you know, people fall over, like a lot of slapstick. You know, they play the wrong audio at the most inopportune times, you know, that kind of stuff. Or it's sort of like a comedy of errors. And of course, all of that's scripted, right? All the things going wrong is scripted. The real show is seeing how these actors handle their show, like, completely falling apart. It's kind of meta. And I really liked that idea. I think I've seen a show or two with that concept. And I liked it. But this one was just really bad. 'Cause what they did was that they played up the slapstick like a lot. Um, and which is okay. But the thing is, they had so much energy that it got really tiring after, like, the first few scenes. Like, they were really shouting everything. Which in itself, I feel like is a pretty harsh criticism against it. It's just, it got tiring to watch it because they were shouting everything and so hyperactive, you know, overacting. That on its own would be enough for me to not like it very much. But on that same note, it was like the actors were reacting to everything bad that was happening to them. Which you might say, well, obviously, if something happens to you, you react, right? But the deal is when they react to it, and every time something bad happened to them, or they noticed something wrong, they would stop to, you know, be like, you know, like they're flustered, right? They don't know what to do. And maybe like the first few times that works. But once the second act starts and they're still doing that, it's like, okay. This is just too much. Cuz if you've ever been in a real show, if you've ever been an actor in a play, you would know that that's not how you're supposed to react on stage. And that is certainly not how most people would react on stage. What they try to do is play it off as much as possible. You know? Play it off like nothing bad actually happened. Because the show must go on. You know, that's like one of the key principles of acting. The show must go on. If something bad happens, pretend like it was supposed to. And I think that's the key thing that was missing for the comedy for me. Because they weren't pretending like these things were supposed to be happening to them. They made no effort to hide that the show was going wrong. You know what I mean? Where was I going with this? They weren't trying to play it off, which I think would have been way funnier. It would have been much more funny if all of this was happening to them and they were still, despite everything happening, they were still trying to play it off to the audience like it was supposed to happen, as if the audience didn't notice. That would have been funny. And I'm pretty sure that's how the play was written to be acted, if I had to guess. Because, again, it premiered on the West End, which is in the UK, and anybody who's watched any comedy that comes out of the UK would know how much more dry their comedy is. Like, very much so. So, all that to say is that even though that show was horrible and both of us knew it was horrible by the end of Act 1, we still stayed for all two acts. It was way too long, by the way. It should have ended after the first act. But we stayed for all 2 acts and we clapped. We clapped. I did not stand. My friend did, though, because everybody else was standing. He has a weak will. No, I'm just kidding. He's a great friend of mine. But yeah, I clapped. I clapped, even though it was crap. It is the honorable thing to do. would have stood to leave and never come back. The thing is, okay, so I had this pamphlet, right? I went to see this show. I knew it was happening because I had submitted my play. I write plays. I had submitted my plays to this civic center where the show was a while ago. And I guess I got on the mailing list because I had to give them my email for the competition. And they sent me this brochure of all the shows this season, which they have a lot. And thankfully, they're all not by the same company. They bring in like different companies from all over. So I do plan on going back because it's nearby. It's a nice theater, you know. They have a clear schedule. And I want to see more plays. I just don't want to see any more bad ones. I want to see a good play. I think the next one that they're doing, or that they're hosting at the very least, is what was it? It was the Rip Van Winkle's Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And I don't know if that's a comedy or not. Rip Van Winkle. Well, okay, so I thought Rip Van... I'm sorry, I'm looking this up right now. I thought Rip Van Winkle was the author of Sleepy Hollow, which shows how much I know. But apparently it's like an American short story. So, I'm familiar with the Legend of Sleepy Hollow, but I'm not familiar with Rip Van Winkle. So that ought to be interesting. I don't think it's a comedy. Probably not. But it sounds like it's a crossover, oddly enough. So definitely interested in seeing that. This is Callus, by the way. I don't think this actually fits Callus all that much. Callus is like, you've seen so much, you've experienced so much pain. You're just numb. Numbness. Callous. Callous is being numb to the world, you know. That looks a little too... I mean, the asterisks kind of look more like they're wide awake. Or they're dead. I don't know. How do we translate callousness? Or, like, I think callous is less like you've given up, but more like you don't care about consequences anymore. You do things, and if somebody gets hurt, whatever. I've seen worse. You know? Kind of looks like his eye is popping out of his head. Like those are old cartoons, you know? It's like, hamina, hamina, wee, 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 wee. Tongue rolls out like a carpet. Awooga, awooga. You know, pew, 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 pew. Tongue rolls out of mouth, you know, yeah. No maidens. Something similar to the asterisk, I think. Ooh. Okay, you know what that looks like? That's actually a Pokemon. I'm pretty sure that's a Whismer. You can look it up. A Whismer, I think. That's definitely a Pokemon. Has the eyes. I do like that shape, though. I wonder if trying to add anything else to it kind of ruins it. Do we like it filled in, or do we like it scarce like that? Option A. Or option B. Filled in for sure. Okay. It looks more like they're like dead eyes, you know? Like voids. Where a soul used to be. I wonder if maybe we should just leave the eyebrows off on this one. Actually, I like the little eyebrows at the top there. I mean, they all have eyebrows. They gotta have some eyebrow, right? That just looks a little bit more like a normal fella. One dot eyebrow. Well, that doesn't look like an eyebrow at all, does it? That just looks like a pair of eyes. Okay. Option A. This one right here. Or option B. A. B. A. A. Ah! Ah! Wait. Go. Perfect. Callous. Callous is spelled with 2 L's. Callous. Flatten. Who is next on the chopping block? Fickle. Fickle. Okay, so fickle is like you can't decide. Like you're always changing your mind. You're wishy-washy. You say one thing, but then the next minute you're saying the other. You're fickle. You don't know what you like. You're bouncing between options like a pinball machine. Sorry, chat. Had to readjust the lamp at the top of my room. I don't know what that looked like to you guys. You got a bunch of black, white, and stars and stripes. Wavy eyes. All right, like it's sort of like they're like it's fluid, right? I like that idea. We just need to execute. The trick is making the waves wavy, but, you know, in such a way that we can... Yeah, because see, that's like an S. That doesn't read as a wave. Okay. Yeah, I actually like that. Can I do the same thing on this side? I like that. Thank you for the suggestion, Cap. It's almost like water and fire at the same time. Bacon. Sizzly. Sizzle bacon. When was the last time I had bacon? Actually, you know what? Not that long ago. I had bacon on a burger the other day. It wasn't a very good burger. The bacon was good, though. But it's been quite some time before I had since I had bacon for breakfast. Actually, I say that. Probably within the last month. When I go visit family, I have bacon. But I don't keep bacon in my house. Not because I'm opposed to bacon or anything. It's just I don't feel like taking the time to cook it. That's all. But I do like bacon. It's delicious. Pork and turkey. Yes, I like turkey bacon. Maybe it's because that's what I was raised on. My mom would always make turkey bacon. Pork bacon was sort of like a luxury item. So maybe I just developed a taste, but turkey bacon's pretty good. I'll be honest. Fickle. This'll do for fickle. Got a couple left. Passionless. This should be easy. Passionless. Sounds exactly what it sounds like. They have no passion. They're doing things just because. I think it's pretty obvious that we should just do sort of like dead eyes, you know? Like just completely empty. Does that look too similar to existing ones though? Yeah, maybe we could be a little bit more creative with the eye shape. We haven't used diamonds yet. Looks too excited. Maybe horizontal ovals. A square? That might work, actually, a square. Bro, I just made a perfect square. Are you kidding me? Looks a little too nice, actually. I'm gonna try to make it look a little shittier. Just to fit with everything else. Drop more quickly. It straight up sounded like knocking on the window. I mean, could be... I can't really see my window from here. It's also very dark outside. So, I can't tell, I don't hear it now. I don't know what could be making that sound. It's a little alarming. But I do know that I am armed. So... just in case. Very strange. I feel like the eyes need to be smaller. Is that just me? I feel like they need to be like smaller squares. No. We have a lot of small eyes right now. That works for me. There we go. I like that. Passionless. And I know it's at 8 o'clock right now, but I'll go ahead and do the last one. Last one's a bit of a weird one. Terse. Brief and to the point. Effectively concise. So just very to the point. No nonsense. Very brief. DNA eyes? How is that terse at all? Do I even know how to draw DNA? Hold on. Okay, yeah, I do. I remember. Dibonucleic acid. That doesn't even look like an eye at that point. It's not very thematically fitting either. We'll shelf that one. We'll use that for something else maybe. Perhaps in the future. but not for this one. Not for terse. I think it needs to be a simple shape. Pixel shade eyes? What does that mean? What are you talking about, pixel shade? Please describe in at least 3 paragraphs what you mean by pixel shade. Okay, don't actually take 3 paragraphs. But I don't know what that means. Oh, sunglasses? You're about to see that I don't know how to draw sunglasses. Word. He's the coolest guy on the block. Nah, that's not what we're going for, unfortunately. Do you know what it is, chat? My neighbor, they've been working on their, like, driveway all day. They've had construction folks over there, like, digging holes and putting, like, I don't know what they're doing. Putting, like, those, you know, those big, like, rectangular logs that you put on your driveway. They've been putting that stuff down there. They've been doing a lot of yard work over there. Maybe they're still, like, hammering something over there. Although it is pretty dark out. That's only speculation. I mean, the simplest thing we could do is just dot eyes, right? But that doesn't seem right. Come on, we're right here at the end. What does terse look like? The letter P. Donut? You know, we haven't done donut yet. Oh, wow. He looks kind of insane. That's probably not the play. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. Or should I say, Cap? I think the eyes should be close together. Candy wrapper. So, like, like that. That's sinister looking. I do like that shape, though. I think maybe even closer together, though. Get that feel just right. He's quite terse. Another excellent suggestion from Cap. What would the stream be without you? Actually, that is a pretty legitimate question. There really wouldn't be a stream without Cap around here, huh? MVP. Oh, right, we need eyebrows. Should also be short. Like that. Terse. Or... I like that. Do you like that? I like that. Kenny rapper eyes with a play. Pog in the chat. Terse. Flatten. I never saved this as a PNG. I saved everything else as a PNG, did I not? Yes, I did. Okay, awesome. And with that, we are done. That is all the art for all of the current egos in the game completed. Isn't that nice? And with that, the stream comes to an end. Good stuff. I'm glad we got all that done in 2 streams. Now I have to figure out what the next stream is going to be. I guess we can move on to doing lore stuff. Although, I don't know... I'm still unsure of doing writing on stream. We'll give it a shot, I guess. I don't know, I just feel like I can't really focus on writing with an audience around. We'll figure out something. We could just spend the stream assembling stuff. If you want to see how that goes. Assemble the ego cards. You know, put some works together. I feel like I could do a good chunk of them in 3 hours. Like just hunker down and do them, you know, hang out. But whatever the case, I will be streaming again on Friday. Because no, not Friday. I'm canceling on Friday because I have an engagement. Yeah, I know. It's just the trend right now to cancel my stream over and over again. Yeah, cancel emote. Canceled. Actually, I shouldn't it's probably a bad idea that I get a canceled emote. That could easily go awry. Um, but yeah, Friday stream is being moved. There, that's some more positive language. Is being moved to Saturday, 6 to 9 p.m. Just like it would be on Friday. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. Thank you for coming to the stream. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for watching, for listening, supporting the stream, tuning in. I appreciate it. And I hope to see you next time. But until then, good night. Have a good weekend. And goodbye.